Hello friends, welcome to my channel and to this video. I'm back again today with another true life story. I just want to mention that I've slightly adjusted a few parts of the story. Please support me by subscribing to my channel, and now let's get into the video. Hello everyone, I'm Grace. I'm 39 years old, but honestly, I feel like I'm 30. I couldn't really enjoy my youth because of my family. They were very strict and controlling. I was married off when I was just 19. It was a failed marriage from the beginning. We couldn't get along, and in the later years, he even became abusive. After 7 years of marriage, I got divorced. After that, my parents didn't interfere in my life much. I had a boyfriend, and I really loved him. He was the first love of my life. I was 25 or 26 at the time, still young and truly in love for the first time. We were together for 4 years. I was incredibly happy. If it were up to me, we would have gotten married, had kids, and built a family. But he changed. One day, out of nowhere, he sent a breakup message and disappeared. For the next 3 years, I didn't want anyone in my life. I thought about him constantly. I wished he were still by my side. I fell into deep depression. At one point, I even quit my job. That's how much it affected me. Slowly, though, I started to recover. My friends gathered around me. They took me to therapy, stood by me, and before I knew it, I was doing better. I was healing. Of course, the scar was still on my heart, but I felt okay again. Then I started working again and began to socialize. My job was painting murals on walls in people's homes. Think of Greek gods and that kind of thing. I painted in that style. One day, I was at a client's house doing a mural. The homeowner's son, Yaron, was around 23 years old. We chatted a little, and there was a bit of mutual attraction. Then another of Yaron's friends came over. His name was Blake, also around the same age. But Blake caught my attention even more. As I continued working, I found myself talking to Blake too. We were starting to connect. I talked to both of them for a while. Although I liked Blake, I didn't really get too close because I thought it wouldn't lead anywhere. Maybe that's why he invited me over one day. At first, I declined. But then he insisted and said he wanted to ask me something about the wall designs. I agreed and went. When I got to their house, I immediately saw how wealthy they were. It was obvious they were swimming in money. While Blake and I were having coffee, his father, Oliver, came home. Blake introduced us, saying he invited me to talk about a wall mural for his room. But he didn't say I was a friend. He acted like I was a stranger. Just as I had thought, he wasn't mature enough to even introduce me to his father properly. Oliver sat with us and was very polite. He asked for my opinion on some design ideas, and I showed him a few sketches. Then, he said he wanted me to paint something, and Blake agreed. 2 days later, I returned to their house for work. Again, Oliver was very kind to me. He was warm and respectful. Naturally, I liked that. He was sweet and charming. I was also getting older, and it felt like time to build a family. So I became closer with Oliver. We talked for a while, and at the same time, I was still in contact with the boys. A few months later, Oliver and I started dating. Within a year, we were both engaged and married. When we told Blake and his sister about it, even though they didn't show it, I could tell they were upset. Blake's sister eventually warmed up to me and started to like me. But on the day we told Blake, he messaged me asking for an explanation. He insulted me and acted like an angry teenager. To calm him down, I made a promise. I told him I could spend one night with you. As soon as I said that, his attitude softened. Then he said, if this is a one-time thing, let's make it a 3 with Yaron too. Before I could even answer, he created a group chat with just me, Blake, and Yaron. He even posted our previous messages in it. So I had no choice but to respond there. While I was typing, Yaron joined the chat. I thought Yaron would say, no way, this is wrong. But instead, he said, yes, I'm in. We've talked a lot. You gave us hope. I didn't want either of them to keep pushing or bothering me, so I agreed. That way, nothing was left unsaid or undone. For any of us. The day came. I told Oliver I was going to my mom's house. He didn't like me staying overnight, so I said I'd be back in the evening. I left at noon and went to Yaron's place. Both of them were already there. Hair done, cologne on, waiting for me. As soon as I walked in, Blake came right up to me, took off my coat. Yaron joined. I didn't even have to do anything. They took over. Next thing I knew, both of them were lying on the bed, exhausted. And of course, I was twice as tired as they were. Afterward, I ended the group chat and went home, took a shower, and life went on. We still talked occasionally, but eventually I told them, let's stop. If we keep in touch, you'll want more, and Oliver might find out. That would be a disaster. So from now on, think of me like a mother or sister. And that's how it stayed. Do I love Oliver? Absolutely. I'm very happy. I finally have a life that I chose. A beautiful life that's mine. And I have no intention of leaving it. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for listening to my story. You speak so casually, as if everything you just said is completely normal. Personally, I don't think you ended anything. It sounds like you did it for your own pleasure. So what do you think about all of this? And by the way, don't forget to support my channel by subscribing. I love you all so much. Take care of yourselves, my dears. Goodbye for now.